Am I audible, Bindu?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Why many students are not attending the class in the beginning of the almost more than 30 students, 30 to 35 students were attending. Now what is the problem? Why they are not attending the classes? Nidhi, can you add anything for this? Why they are not attending the class? Are they not interested? Are they not following? What is the problem?
Ma'am, they might be facing some internet issues, ma'am. Like many of them don't have Wi-Fi facility. Like we all are on data pack, so
Fine.
mostly that might be a problem.
Beginning, almost 30 students used to attend. What happened now? Only 5 are there.
No idea, ma'am.
I think they'll join now because just now I put a message in the group. Okay, I'll start. You're understanding now whatever I'm explaining, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll start. So in the last class, as I told here in this unit or in this module, mainly we are concentrating on the report, how the report should be, what all we are going to include in the report, and how the report format should be. That we are going to study or learn in this module. So in last class, we have seen the information gathering and other points also we have seen in determining the factors also we have seen in the last class. I hope you understood all that. See, in this subject, there is no technical term, all very simple. Whatever we are doing in our project, whatever we are going to do in the project, all this, whatever we have done, that we are learning now. Okay, see here, yesterday we have discussed gathering of information needed. So how we gather information which is needed to which is needed to prepare the document. Yes, so in some document, I may have to in some in some report I may have to include the results based on the survey. In some document, I may have to include the result based on the questionnaires. So somehow I have to gather the information, and based on that information, I have to perform some calculation or some operation, and based on that, I should uh, get the result. So here, mode of information gathering, I have given interview and survey. Yes, correct. No, using survey also I can gather the information, and use by interview also I can gather the information. So next we have interpreting the findings. Findings is nothing but what are the requirements. So here some advices are there. Uh, um, am I audible, students? Am I audible? Amit, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're understanding, Amit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here we have some of the advices avoid the human errors. Some of the advices we have, that is, report the facts as they are. So when we prepare a report, simply a fake information we should not include in the report. Whatever the information is necessary, whatever the information is fact is nothing but a truth information, a factual information, not a fake information we have to include in the report. And do not think about the conclusion are always necessary. See, in not only when we execute any project, it is not compulsory that we are going to get a success in our project. Sometimes a failure also will be there, correct? No, sometimes a failure also will be there. So when we prepare a document, so we should not think about the
Voice is not clear, ma'am.
yes.
Voice is not clear, ma'am.
My voice is not clear.
Yes.
Wait. Wait 2 minutes. You wait. 2 minutes. You wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it clear? No, now my voice is clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. So here some of the advices we have to avoid the human errors. Avoid human errors is nothing but to make a standard report. To make a standard report, some of the advices we have to follow here. That is, the report should contain a factual information. It should not contain any fake information, and we should not think about the conclusion. So as I told, when we do execute any project, then we cannot expect in all the project we'll get a success. In some project we may get a failure also. So that's why without thinking about the conclusion, we have to concentrate in our project and the report, and do not interpret the lack of evidence as proof to the contrary. So what is interpret? So do not try to explain in your report, do not try to explain about the lack of evidence. If I don't have evidences, see, whatever we are going to include in my project, like results, future enhancement, experimental results, or the screenshot. So how to show the output in the report? Through screenshot only we are able to show, correct? No? Yes, students. how to show the results in the
Yeah.
report? Through the screenshot only we are able to show the report. So when we give any screenshot, then down in any I think you have observed in yeah, when you prepare a document, when we create if you have not done previously, but when you do your 6th semester project, in your project report, when you include any of the screenshot, down you will explain 1 or 2 lines about that screenshot. Means uh, I may be your guide, and by seeing your screenshot I may be able to understand what is the screenshot is going to explain. But a non-guide, a other person comes and see the screenshot, he may not be able to understand what is your project is going to tell, or what is your screenshot is telling about. So if I include 1 or 2 lines of explanation, then it will be helpful for the non-users of your project. So here we should not include, we should not try to interpret, means we should not try to explain about the lack of evidence. If I say for example, in your project you are comparing some of the business, so there you have to include the screenshot also. If you are not including any screenshot and you are going to explain about that, there is no use. So if evidences is not there, you should not include you should not include anything about that in your report. Understood? Do not compare non-comparable data. If you are comparing, if you are doing a report on any grocery item, compare the report of your grocery report and the X person grocery report. You should not compare the grocery report with the garment. Yes, whichever is feasible, to which data you are able to compare, or to which data if you compare you will get some idea or you will get some benefit, compare with that only. You cannot compare a software company with a grocery shop. You cannot compare a grocery shop with the garments. Yes, each will be having a different strategies, different positive and negative points. If you have to compare in the same stream. Yes, do not compare non-comparable data. Do not draw illegal causes. So illegal information we should not include in our project. So understood all this, what we have to avoid? Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I go to the next? So next, appropriate attitude and practice. So in the attitude is nothing but a behavior. So how the behavior comes in the report, there we are not going to behave practically. Our document will be presenting our behavior. Correct now? Yes, students, our document will be behaving as will be showing our behavior. Maintain the judicial attitude. So you know the citation, when you copy some information or when you copy some definition from other paper or from other material, then we have to acknowledge. Yes, if you don't acknowledge, then they can put a case on you. Yes, you know that? You know that, students?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you are not acknowledging, if you are not giving a proper citation, then definitely they can put a case on you. So that is the reason why we include references in our report. Correct? Did you see anywhere? See, if you 1 second, I'll show you. You're able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
See here, this is a bibliography. Yes, you're able to see. Bibliography is nothing but references. See here, I have given 1, 2, 3.
Reference.
Not my report. Some student report I have taken just to show you. So see here, this means they have used all these references to prepare a report. See what this report is. I'll show you. See here, abstract. This is a report I have taken from your senior. Abstract. This, see, the same report we had uploaded to the VTU website. See, this is 16 batch report. 1BY 16 MCA 39. That student report it is. Introduction, project description, company profile. See, you can see. See, literature survey here, chapter by chapter they write and they combine the document and they'll send to the, and they'll we will send to the, we'll send to VTU for plagiarism. Yes. So here in this report, it contains a bibliography, or you can say references. Bibliography or references here. These are all the websites which they have referred to prepare the document and to prepare the, to execute their project. So here, see, there is a way to give a bibliography. Here you can see this square bracket inside, within square bracket 1. Can you see? Yes, students. Can you see? My voice is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See here.
Screen is also visible.
Okay. See here, this means this link they have used in the project. So this is a project. If you take an example of any research paper, so what they do, suppose for example, they are referring some definition from other paper. So after the definition, they'll write here, they write like this, square bracket 1. Square bracket 1 means in the reference, the meaning of that is in the reference they have included that one with how the path is here, no, like that. They'll 1 second, if I have any research paper, I'll show you. See, why I'm explaining this is when we use when we refer anything in our report, we have to acknowledge. If we don't acknowledge, then they can put a case on us, because that is their data. Without their information, their notice, we cannot, without their notice, we cannot, or we should not use any of the data. If we are acknowledging, then it is fine. One second, I'll show. Students, can you see the screen? You're able to see some research paper? Yes?
No, ma'am.
Research?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? You're able to see the research paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, here. I'll show you. See, you are able to see an efficient IDS using hybrid magnetic. You're able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
See here, in this, see here, in square bracket, you can see 9 and 10. Yes, are you able to see? In square bracket, you can see 11 and 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Here, you can see my mouse pointer. In square bracket, can you see 18 and 19?
Yes,
See here,
ma'am.
5, 21. See what is this all 5, 21 is here in the reference, or in the bibliography. See here some of the papers they'll be using. So these are all the reference. Using these references, they have prepared this research paper. See square bracket 5 means they have referred this paper. Square bracket 18, 19 means they have referred this. See, this is the way to acknowledge. See, if you are not going to add in the reference page, then it will come in the plagiarism. So when we prepare a document, we have to maintain the judicial attitude. So without the knowledge of others, we cannot copy any data. See, we may copy some of the definition from foreign author. I cannot communicate, or I cannot now you can see the PPT screen. Yes, students, can you see the PPT screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I cannot talk to the foreign author and I cannot get a confirmation from them. But after using the definition in my report, if I acknowledge him, if I add in my reference, then it is legally legally I can put that data in my report. So in some, see, this is one way. Taking the reference from other paper or other report, and this is another way to consult with others. It means talk to your seniors or talk to your team members and try to get some information. See, without their knowledge, I cannot take a information from their report. If I take, then it will become like hacking, stealing of the information. So we have to consult to the other person, to our team members, to our seniors, to expert, and try to get some help from them, and that information we can include in our report. And test with interpreters. Interpreters are nothing but like advisors. Legal advisors will be there in all the companies. Advisors will be there. So talk to the advisors, test whatever we are including in the report, is it right or wrong, test, and then you include in your report. Next, we have statistical tools for interpretation. What is interpretation? Interpretation is nothing but explanation or understanding the statistical information. So to prepare a statistical information, statistical data, we will be using some of the tools. It may be Tally. Tally is used for, it is a accounts related tool. You know about Tally? So it is accounts related tool. So using that tool, we can compare the balance sheet. Yes, I think that information that you know. Using Tally, we can tally the balance sheet. So using that statistical tool, so what information we'll get? We'll get a descriptive statistics. So descriptive means month wise or year wise or day wise, in how much ever way we want. In that way, I'll get all the information. Use figures. See, in the last class also, I told you, when we prepare a document, it should not include any fact. It should include a factual information. See, here we have seen in the definition of report, we have seen that the factual information it should include. It should not include, the report should not include any assumptions. Yes. The report should not include any assumptions. The exact figure of information it should include. And the report, when what you include, or the statistical information what you include in your report, it should help the reader. So I may not know what is your project, but I know about the statistics. I may not know what statistics tool you have included in your report and how you have explained about the statistical issues or statistical benefit of your project. I may not know, but I have some information about statistics. By reading your report, it should help me to understand about your company or about your project. Understood, all of you? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Shall I move to the next?
Yes, ma'am.
So next we have organizing the report information. See, in organizing means, see the main organizing means putting in a proper way. If I'll tell you, I'll give some sheets, I'll give you the blue books. In lab, many of the times we might have done, I may give the lab blue books to my students and I'll tell them to organize it. How you will organize? How you will organize? Yes, students, how you will organize? According to your USN? Yes? That is an identity we have given to each blue book. Correct, no? Or you, according to the name, if you are not arranging according to the USN, according to name, we can arrange the blue books. So to prepare our document also, some organization we have to follow. So here the goal is to present the information in order that communicate best to your reader. So the goal of the presentation or the goal of the organization of the information is to communicate best to your reader. Before preparing the report, you can make a blueprint if it is required. Yes, when you prepare a report directly also, you can start typing in the Word document, or for your reference, or if you don't want to do any mistake in the soft copy when you are preparing in the Word document, you can make a blueprint of the report, and with the help of the blueprint of the report you can prepare the document. And constructing your outline, probably use either conventional or decimal symbol. Constructing your outline means what? Outline means what? Yes, students, outline means what? Students, are you able to understand? Students, are you able to understand? You're understanding now whatever I'm explaining? Yes, students, you are understanding now whatever I'm explaining?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So when you prepare a document, there we have to follow some guidelines to construct the outlines.
Today,
So
yes, ma'am.
there are two ways to construct the outline, that is conventional and decimal symbol. So before we see what is conventional and what is decimal symbol, first we'll understand what is outline. Outline is nothing but the agenda of your report or agenda of your presentation or the content of your presentation. So when we prepare for your presentation, you will make an outline, no? Yes, you may give content, or you may give the slide name, you may give content, or you may give outline, or you may give agenda. Yes, that slide includes the topics which you are going to cover in the seminar. Correct, no? Yes, students. So here in the outline there are two ways. One is a conventional symbol and the other one is a definition symbol. See here, this one example I have given for conventional symbol. The conventional symbol we write like this. See here, see in conventional symbol we are using one. This is first part. This is Roman. See, this is the Roman I. This is Roman I. That is first level heading, and inside for the second level heading I have selected capital A. See, you are able to understand. See, for second level first part, B second level second part. This is not separate. This BE is not separate. This is of this type only. This is of second level only. And coming to the third level, again I have used numbers. See, this is conventional way of symbol or conventional system symbol. See, third level first part, third level second part. If I have third level third part, then here I give 3 dot third level third part, 4 dot fourth level fourth part. Next, A. See, here the level changed. Fourth level first part. See here, first level first part. I mean, sorry. Third level first part, third level second part, third level third part, third level. See, whenever the level is changing, there the representation of the number is changing. That you understand. See, students, wherever the level is changing, there the way of representing the number is changing. Here Roman number. See here, if I see here, students, if I include first level second heading, see here, first level heading means first level first heading. If I include first level second heading, then Roman 2 will come. Yes, you were able to understand. So here fourth level first part, again I have changed the representation of a number, that is within the bracket 1/5 level first part. See, when you see this, see, this is the decimal system. This is the conventional system and this is a decimal system. In decimal system, see, same example I have taken. First level, second level part A. Here A, B I have taken, but here decimal digits we are taking. That's why we call this as a decimal system. So 1.1, 1.2. See, this is the next level. 1.2.1, 1.2.2. If I take third level third part, then 1.2.3. If I take third level fourth part, then 1.2.4. So similarly, so on, we are going to label to our project. So next we have, shall I move to the next topic? So next we have nature and extent of outlining. See, outlining is nothing but the agenda of the report. Agenda of the report, how it should be. See here, you are able to see the screen. See, this is a table of content of a project. See here, first it should include list of figures, list of tables. See, introduction, 1 dot. See, this is nothing but the content of your report. In the introduction, again we have a subtopic. 1.1 is project description. 1.2 is company profile. So this chapter includes only 2 subpoints. Next, coming to the second chapter, literature survey, 2.1, 2.3, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. Next, third chapter, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. Like that, how many chapters we have in our project? So, like that, we are going to include in our report. And so before you start preparing a report, you should have a clear understanding on the outline of your report. Next, introductory and concluding part. So the introduction part should contains about the introduction of your project, and conclusion part contains the conclusion of the report. And organizing the divisions. Organizing division means what all the report should contain. So see here. See here. See, the introduction chapters contains the project description and the company profile. See, the company profile I cannot include in a hard SRS. Why? Because there is some predefined places will be there to include every point in the report. The project description I cannot include in SRS. In SRS, what I have to include: users, functional requirements, non-functional requirements, and modules. Yes, you are able to see my screen now, students? So this should be included in this should be included in my report. So this is how my report should contain. So this is the this is the way of using this is a way of organizing the report. Organizing the report according to the chapter, what all I have to include in my report, everything is there here. So what the literature survey should include, what the SRS should include. See, the system design. In the system design, perspective and the context perspective. Again, the detailed design. In the detailed design, I have to include use case, sequence, collaboration, activity, database, diagram. See, these diagrams I cannot include in introduction. Correct? No? These diagrams I cannot include in introduction. Wherever I have to include in that, there only I can include. See here in the implementation part, I have to include screenshot, but this screenshot I cannot include in the introduction. So similarly, so the organization of whatever the points we are going to use we are going to add in the report, it should be organized based on the division. So how the division, just now I have shown you the example of the project report. In which chapter, what division I have to include, in which where the screenshot should be, where the requirement should be. All this based on the requirement only I have to include. Understood all of you?